And because McCuddles is here first, we are gonna start the stream. Hey, gotta put my headset on. Gotta make sure things are in their right place.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello. Rich, how are you, man? Welcome to the stream. Ahmedovich, long time no see. How's life? How's school? Is everything doing well? I know you finished school already. Now you're in the working world. McCuddles, you're here first. Yes. You're one of the first few through the door, man. I'm not proud to say this, but it took me 2 hours till I figured out how to use my own training schedules. Not too bad. It didn't take me 2 hours, but I kind of remembered what FM24 was like. Then I figured it out. It wasn't going to take me that long. It's not that difficult. It's 5 steps compared to FM Football Manager 24, which is 3 steps at most. But once you get the flow of it, it's okay. I mean, yeah, it's annoying that there's no copy and paste, but I can live with it. You know, it's 3 clicks, so what else? I mean, it's like, you know, when you move into if you've been living, like I've been living in Singapore my entire life. Okay, so I'm used to the efficiency. I'm used to knowing where everything is, right? Then I had to move to Malaysia. And trust me, the first couple of months, it was like, what the? I was like very annoyed because driving standards here are different. Okay, people are doing all kinds of strange things. And then I was getting annoyed because I missed the convenience of being in Singapore. And then I had to find my own niche, right? Find ways in which I can make my experience better. And I did. And I found that now I don't want to go back to Singapore sometimes, right? I mean, I do still want to go back, but I can be here for a few years and I go like, I don't miss Singapore at all. Yeah. So it's the same thing with Football Manager 26, right? Football Manager 24, we're used to it. Okay. We go to Football Manager 26, we're not used to it. Yeah, I get the complaints about the UI. I agree with everybody when it comes to the UI. I totally agree. Okay, the UI, it's not the UI, the UX, the user experience. The user experience could be a lot better. There are obvious issues, like, you know, really clear, glaring ones like the data hub, the data not being, for me at least, it's not where I expect it to be. I mean, I call it unusable actually, which is quite bad. But there are things about the game too that are new, and like, you know, I've actually attended a team meeting for the first time because I actually thought the team meeting was now structured a bit better in the sense that I can see a TLDR version of the team meeting immediately and go to what I'm interested in. Previously, I just had to go through the whole thing, right? Now, you can actually go through the TLDR version of the team meeting and pick what you want to do. So that's really cool because that's exactly what I'm like in meetings, okay? I see the agenda in front of me in a meeting and I go like, I'm very famous for doing this, okay? I'll go through, this is the only area that's really important. The rest of it, we can discuss it offline, okay? Discuss it via emails because it's not really critical, okay? But this is critical. Let's deal with this now. That's the kind of person I am. My meetings are famous. They're only 15 minutes or 5 minutes long. Other people's meetings are 2-3 hours. I can't handle that Mickey Mouse shit, okay? So Football Manager actually had that in the team meetings. And I was like, oh, cool. I actually now want to go for team meetings. The transfer room is phenomenal. I mean, I'm telling you, the transfer room is the best feature of Football Manager 26. If you're thinking that the transfer room or FM24 was easy, no. FM26 is so easy. You can load anybody, literally. You can. I mean, finding people are saying it's difficult to find free signings. No, it's not. Recruitment focus, look for unattached players, bang, boom, your list is full. Take your pick. That's it. I mean, I find transfer room to be like makes this. Okay, this is the whole game right now. Okay, for me, this is what the game is. The game has become very easy. Okay, so for the hardcore player, it's probably not going to be a challenge anymore because for the hardcore player, it's like, yeah, been there, done that. It's easy. So it's more like the narrative then. Okay, what about the narrative in the game? There's a slight feeling of detachment from matches, which I feel when I go into a game day. I feel detached. Why? Because I don't have shots anymore. I make tactical changes, and then sometimes I don't even know whether sometimes I don't even know if a sub is supposed to come off or not, because I'm looking at the screen going, it's harder now to tell. Previously it was so easy. Now it feels almost like I'm a bit detached from the whole experience, plus minus the shouts, of course. It's now almost as if I have to shout at the monitor, and it's not the same thing anymore. Right, the whole frozen water bottle thing is gone. So, yeah. So, does this mean the game is very bad? No, it's not very bad. It's like, Zealand said it the best, like, 2-star, it's 1.5 star out of 4-star potential compared to a 2.5 and a 2.5 for the FM24 game, which I totally agree with. I think that was a very good way of describing it. I personally think that the game has potential. And when you want to compare the UI, right, you have to compare the UI to the stock FM UI. Don't compare it to the skins. When you compare the game to when you look at Football Manager, the stock UI, it's not that good either. Okay, it's not that good. Yeah, it's got a lot of quality of life changes that took them almost 20 years to put in. Right? They didn't do it overnight. They took like 20 years to do it, which begs the question, why didn't they just put the match experience into the bloody UI of 24? Because Sega is the owner of Sports Interactive. It's not the other way around. So they have to report to their bosses, and their bosses have probably demanded they do a console version. They can't come out and say that. They can't say that to us. But it's clear to me, because if I was in Sega and I was one of the board of directors, what do you think I'm going to tell SI? There's a fat cow there worth $1 billion. Why the hell are you targeting all these wannabe managers who only worth 40 million to me? That's the hardcore user base. It's less than 40 million. It's probably only about a few 100,000 in revenue to Football Manager. Because the PC market is only worth about 40 million to them. And from that 40 million, 1% of that is the hardcore market. So yeah, the reality is like that. So everybody can bitch and moan and flame the game and whatever. The reality doesn't change, right? The very fact that they have been rolling out betas is good. Okay, what about the game being unplayable for some people? Hey, the reality is this, okay? If your rig is not good enough, it's not good enough. You can't expect SI to miraculously make this game playable for machines that were made like 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago, if you have a machine that's 10 years old, I don't think you're going to enjoy playing Football Manager because it'll be laggy. You really need a good rig. I have a good rig, and for me, it's smooth. I don't crash. I mean, how many bugs have I had? 16 bugs, only one crash. And I'm on day 14, I think. Yeah, I can't remember what day. It's on the top of the stream. I can't really remember right now, man. The UI takes some getting used to. I won't say that the game is great. No, if I were to give it a rating out of 10, right, it's a 5 out of 10 for me. Yeah, that's because, you see, they took out a lot of features, right? The features they left in, not like, didn't turn out to be as good as I was hoping for. Yeah. And that is coming from a hardcore desire, like the data hub, right? The data hub is like you look, see, run away kind of thing. It's like for the ADHD, it's the ADHD data hub. You see, okay, good, go away. See, go away. You don't dive into it. So like, if I show it to my son, he'll probably, yeah, daddy, we're good. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next one. That's it. But what they don't do is they don't look at the data hub and go like critically, wait, hang on a minute, something is wrong here. They don't do that. So yeah, I guess, because honestly, how many of you are hardcore data hub users? I don't think there were many people hardcore data hub users. In fact, very few of you are probably hardcore training fellas as well. Right, so yeah, that's the thing. So it's going to take a while. The game has potential. The fundamentals need a lot more work. Anyway, today, the challenge is this. Let's not dwell on this too much. I want to play the game. And I set myself a timer. 2 hours. In 2 hours, I want to see how many backfire systems we can create. That's the goal, okay? All right, so the thing is, so I've gone to Atalanta. Yes, we got Como now, we got Atalanta, we got Cremonese. I don't know what it is about the Serie A. I'm stuck here, okay? So we're going to go to Atalanta. we're going to make as many back five systems as we can make for them within 2 hours. All right. All right. So hopefully I don't screw up and press the wrong button on my dashboard and it go somewhere else. Hey, you see the bugs, 18 bugs. And I have been streaming since the day one of the beta, right? At beta. So, I mean, to me, right, 18 bugs is okay, you know? I haven't crashed yet. So that's the most important thing. Okay. Oh, I actually did a clip. I didn't even know one of my fingers hit the clip. So I was like, wow, I forgot I had a hot button for clips, man. All right. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna reject a lot of the offers. Okay, so whatever, you know. Okay, let's go. Now we're gonna go to match day tactics. Gonna make tactics. I had to dump this in. Okay, oh, speaking of which, yeah, I know you guys were asking for this. I have to now get out of this quickly. Before I forget, I know some of you have been asking for my schedules. And then some of you have been saying the folder doesn't have them. So we're going to go quickly into my schedules. They're here. I'm going to turn this into Dropbox, FM, Dropbox public. I don't know, they say these are schedules or set pieces, right? You say set pieces. There, the set pieces are here. I'm just going to make sure that these set pieces are also in the other one because I have two, right? Apparently. Yeah, this one doesn't have it. So okay. Okay, I don't know if this is the tactics. Yeah, this is the tactics. Okay, Como is here and Gambit is here. Okay, I think this is the one that you guys are seeing. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure the tactics are here as well. All right, so we're gonna make a back five system very quickly. I'm not even gonna look at my team. I'm assuming they have the players for it. Oh, that's how crazy I am. The update isn't not gonna happen. No, what update? Custom logos. Yeah, I'm using custom logos. But okay, my advice to anybody: if your rig is not good enough, don't use custom logos and don't use custom faces. You're gonna lag, right? So don't do any enhancements to the game until after game day, right? Because when the game launches on tomorrow at 4 p.m., right, London time, it should be about midnight in Asia. Okay, download the game first, clean. I mean, I'm willing to take the risk because I know what I can do. But my advice is do it tomorrow. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so we're gonna make a back five system very quickly. Let's go to in possession. No, we're not gonna do this. We're gonna come here. I guess this can work. Okay, so we're gonna turn it into an advanced wingback. Gonna turn into a box. My idea here is very simple. It's gonna switch into a very aggressive 3-4-2-1, right? So these guys are gonna be advanced center backs. I know everybody's looking at me like I'm a really weird person. Yeah, but heck, man, let's have some fun, right? Okay, we're gonna turn this guy into okay, I'm gonna turn one guy into a channel midfielder, one guy into a second striker, and this guy is gonna be a target forward, just for the fun of it. Now let's see if it works. Okay. Then we're gonna go into this guy and then we're gonna set his dribbling frequency to normal. Just want to check everything out first. Shooting is gonna be less often because everybody in this game wants to shoot as if their lives depend on them getting shots on target. Okay, I know you can use the TI, but I find that I want to get my hands dirty with everybody and slap them on their faces first. Okay. Make this first. Okay, this is a box to box. Who is this guy? I'm sure I didn't touch you. Yeah, I did. Okay, apparently. Okay, so all these guys have shoot less often. Yeah, good. Okay, so we've done this shoot less often. That should. I wish there was a way to see, right? But they don't give it to us. Yeah. All right. So okay, so this is done. Okay, so this is how they're attacking. Out of possession, I want you to be here. I want you to be here. I want you to be tracking wingers. And then I want you to be here, I want you to be here, and I want you to be here. I want you to be a tracking, no, I want you to be a tracking, attacking midfielder. Or rather, one attacking midfielder, one tracking. This guy's going to come back. Tracking wingers, and then this guy is going to be a pressing, and this guy is going to pressing. I don't even know if this is going to work. Yeah. Stopping centre back. Covering centre back. Okay, all right. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Here we're gonna set him to out of possession, tight mark, traditional back three. They always had these guys doing man marking and tight marking in the old days. Not today. I'm just putting these in now. Okay, I don't even know if this is going to work. No, I just like, boom, let's go to it. So this guy's going to come back and help us defend. This guy's going to press. This guy's going to track. The only question now is this. Maybe I'll just turn him to an attack. I'll just leave these guys as attacking midfielders. And this guy as a central outfield. Okay, so these three are going to go. This guy's going to come back. This guy's going to press. This guy's going to come. So it's something like, these two are going to jump and these two are going to jump. Okay, opposition instructions. Every time I play, it's going to be the same thing. I want them to put pressure on backlines. Okay, so we're going to trigger press. Shift. Okay. It's a 2 hours, no? I got to make as many as I can in 2 hours, okay? That's a goal. That's the goal. So once we get this, we'll be fine. Right. How are you guys, man? What are the best roles in FM26 so far for me? For me, I don't know, man. Best roles? I love the channel midfielder. It's one of my top roles. Advanced centre back is another one I really, really like. The box-to-box in the DM setup is also good. The DM is also a very good role. And the wing-back and the full-back. Yeah, so basically most of the roles. The role I don't like to use is the dropping defensive midfielder. Pressing defensive midfielder, pressing fullbacks, wingbacks, all great roles. Yeah. It all depends on your setup, I guess. Yeah. Okay, tactics. So we created this already. All right. So this is the first version. Oh no. I'm not even looking at so I'm going to save this tactic. I'm going to call this 3-4-2-1 test 1. Okay. All right. Okay, done. So now we quick pick. Boom. Samadic, Ketebrov, Edison, Martin Room, Belonovas. Okay, all right, out of possession. These guys are going to be high up the pitch. Or in other words, they're going to be like, the moment we lose the ball, right, they're going to be putting pressure on the opposition. And then when we are attacking, I want them to be attacking. Okay, so now we go to the team instructions. Okay, so let's work really fast. Standard. Okay, tempo will be higher. Attacking will be narrow. Attacking the counter attack. Balance, time wasting less often. Play, keep in play. Dribbling and be encouraged. Missions is standard. Shots from distance is discouraged. Crossing style is balance. Supporting runs is both flanks. Encouraged is dribbling. It is both flanks. Pass the receptions. Pass the way I'm doing this. Bypass the press. Mix quickly, and goalkeeper distribution is to centre backs. Done. Defensive line behavior. That's the only one. Right? I don't know why they couldn't put defensive line behavior. Doing this is speed is like so cool. Okay. But then they decide we're not going to give you defensive line behavior. And I'm actually going to go in here to find it. Like all these, counter press, defensive line, then we go higher. And then line of engagement. What? I want to do a mid block. Okay. And then we're going to come in here. Then we see defensive line behavior. Thank you, SI. It's so intuitive, you know what I mean? Okay. It's so damn intuitive. Okay. All right. We done it. Okay. First friendly. That's how fast I'm doing this. Okay. We're going to play, observe, and then go. Idea is very simple, right? When I have the ball, these guys are going to be really high up the pitch. Okay, because they call them advanced wingbacks, right? So let's look at this, right? In possession. There we go. That's where they are. That's where I want them to be. All right, so they're going to be up in channel midfielders are going to support. This guy's going to be another threat. Okay, so when we get up the pitch, these guys are going to come through the middle. No? ACBs. I mean, there's a part of me that wants them to come here, but since these guys are out in the flanks, I think a better presence is in these. So these guys become like my pivot, but very narrow pivot. Yeah. Then when we ball shifts to this side of the pitch, you can see the I don't want to show this. It's straightforward, baby. Okay, let's go. Let's see how this works out. We got some decent friendlies and some so-so friendlies, but we're gonna try them all out. Okay, now we're gonna go to squad. I already done the FYI. I already done training very quickly. Training is really fast if you know how to. I mean, I would say it's really fast. It's slower than FM24, but I've set it up already. So, okay, I've set up a few training sessions. And then you come in here, custom, and I can load my Sunday game in here. That's it. Okay, if you guys want to know how to do this really fast, it's really simple, okay? So, the first time you come in here, it's going to look completely blank, okay? So, you're going to come in here, you're going to hit this button, and you're going to see no custom schedule. So, you have to go to the week when this word custom schedule shows up. Daljit, stop pointing at the monitor, okay? And when you click on this, nothing is going to show up, right? So what you do is, the very first week, you go in there and create a new schedule. So when you create this new schedule, then you're going to come into custom and you want to load. You want to load something that you have installed or created. So either you create one or you downloaded one and you load it. Then when you load it, you load, let's say we load boot room, right? The first time you load boot room, you're not going to see anything, right? Yeah, that's because SI so intuitive. It's actually here. So it's there already. Load it, you'll see it here. Hit the save button. This makes sure that it shows up on it will show up here when you hit custom. Okay, but it doesn't show up now because we have to actually go forward or something like that. No? So that's about it. How do you get to youth trading? Youth trading, you don't have youth schedules. I mean, they're all using the same schedule. So for youth trading, what you want to do is just go squad overview. Okay, so you come to this trading, you see one. These are all your teams. Okay, so this is the main team. This is the youth team I am at. So I can come in here, do double intensity for this team. Then come in here. Then you see this other team here. You see this other dot here. This is another team. See that? Then go double intensity here. I think I did that, right? Yeah, double intensity there. Then you go to this team. Click here again. Yeah, I know it's not very. I told SI this. Can you just name it? But I don't think they want to. I think it's too late in the day already. They might do it later. Double intensity here. Then you come into the main. We come into the main team. But I have a theory, I don't think it's making any difference. You know why? Okay. You got a training intensity, right? Look at all these players. Okay, as long as you see the white dot, it works. If it doesn't work, you have to, maybe go forward a day or something like that. No, you can't apply general schedules to the youth teams. Yeah, you can't. Yeah. At the moment, it's gone the FM Touch and FM Console route, which is everybody uses the same training schedule. I guess, look, it's fine for me. I mean, I always thought it was a bit gamey last time. Even when I was playing it the last time, I thought it was a bit gamey. It's a pity because we can't do like the IX model anymore, which is like getting the youth team to play a 4-3-3 while the senior team plays a 4-4-2. Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna go to 2D Classic to see our tactic in the movement of our tactic. I mean, we could slow this down, but I really don't have. I mean, I think we'll do just extended. Okay, all right. Okay, so this is how we look. Our wingbacks are quite aggressive. Here's the box over. They don't really. You see what I mean? They don't really explode. Look at him. This is exactly where I want him to be. This is what I want to see. I want the wingback to be as good as a winger, which is what the Italians, the hardcore Italians who are doing their back three systems are complaining about from FM 18 to FM 20. What was it? FM 24. Why are my wingbacks so far back? Now they are in the area already. Okay, so now we've done that. Look, I'm doing a lot of things now. I forgot the other part of my puzzle. Okay, we come inside here. I want them to go narrow. I want them to cut inside. Because remember I have the underlap and the overlap, right? Okay, so I'm not going to add this. I don't want them to go mental. So we come in here. We add the sit narrower. Cut inside. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want them also sometimes to come this way. And I want to, mess up defenses with multiple runs. Remember, I got channel midfielder, so he will switch with the wing back if needed. I never could pronounce his name. Samadich. Abella Nova. Okay. No, not too bad. It's early days. I can see that this team, I can see that they got my, they already read my mind. They've read my mind. So we have to play a few games. Yeah, it sucks, I know, but it's okay. I can live with it. Hey, well, look. The fact is, right, at one point, right, you couldn't even see personalities in the custom view. So I thought SI really wanted to take away the whole gamification, because I did write an article a few years back about removing personality. So when they took out personality, I felt like, oh God, they took me seriously? I said take out personality. We shouldn't be able to see the player's personality. Right, because we're gaming it way too much. It's too easy to game the system. Then when it was taken out, I went like, oh no, that was a bad idea. Now, I can't tell whether we've got... It made training a bit harder. I guess they put it in, so it's okay. All right, as you can see, the tracking wingers not really doing their job. Tracking wingers aren't doing their job. They're too high up already. You see this side of the pitch, when we lost the ball, it took a while for us, and we're doing a mid block. So we got to change the block now. I'm going to change the block and see whether this is better for me to play. This is a high block now. Okay. Yeah, it didn't work. It did not work. It didn't work. I got paid, right? Because the wing back, the guy was tracking him. He lost the winger. Yeah. So he didn't drop into that 5 straight away. So we changed now to I changed it to something. I can't remember what. I have to. Oh, defensive line. Correct. Yeah. The reason why I went, I changed it from mid block to high block, right? Is maybe because now I have these guys in a very high position. So when they lose the ball, they're just tracking him. So I'm going to try and see, because if my defensive line is higher, then it could influence, because counter pressing is also influencing how they press, right? So then we lose the ball. They go back. Who is he tracking? He stopped. Bellanova stopped. I don't want him to stop. There, he stopped. He totally stopped. Yeah, that's not what we want. Okay. So we know now that these guys, they don't even bother with the defensive side of the game. If I give them the whole, out of possession, you go tracking winger. So now we're going to drop them into these positions. Okay. Wide midfielder. Yeah. So, okay, we got that sorted. Now I know what's gone wrong. I don't mind losing a couple of friendlies, no? Because that's why we have a decent team. We're playing against a decent team. The other option is, of course, play white centre backs. Yeah, that's for sure. But I want to make how many tactics? As many as I can possibly make. This is the most complicated one. Because this one has the liberos. We're using advanced centre backs. So they will push up. We can't do double playmaking wing backs. That's the only thing. So that's like a press from nowhere, man. Yeah, the wing backs are not pressing very well. Again, you see they opened up, second goal. Yeah, lost the second one as well. Okay, now we come inside. Now we drop them back to this for out of possession. Play them as pressing wing backs. I don't want them to drop, no? And then we play these guys as tracking wingers. Okay. Now we turn them into tracking wingers. Oh, they are so happy, yeah? The opposition. Bellanova now, okay. Doing the job that you're supposed to be doing. Scalvini to Ketetlele. Back to Bellanova. I think we have to... I didn't ask you to dribble more. Okay, now let's... I know it's a meta, but this is a thing, right? This is a thing right now. It is so out there, the numbers for dribbling. I mean, like somebody posted recently that the real-life pressing numbers for some leagues is like 10 dribbles per game. In this game, it's like 24. So it's crazy number of dribbles right now in this game. So SI will have to do something about dribbles. I don't want to make tactics right now that work off an exploit, because it's an exploit already. Can you show how to replicate Trequartista role on striker position? There's no way to replicate a Trequartista role in the striker position. There's no way. You don't have that now. So people have to stop trying to make a role that is working in FM24 work in this role. Because I know people are going to say, oh yeah, it is all very possible. But look at the roles right now. Yeah. Like what do we, we come in here and go to role selection. What roles do we have? We have deep line forward, center forward. The only one that you can use is the false nine. Because he's the only one that drops as deep as the Trequartista. So if you wanted to, you start with the false nine. That's how you will start. You have to pick a role that does the first initial move, like a Trequartista, which will be a false nine. And Trequartistas are just, players that are all over the place, right? So that's it. You have to start with an F9, I guess. Okay, so it's much better now. Yeah, we're looking a bit better. So we have to save this tactic. So save it as a test 2. The problem was the problem was on the defending transition, not the attack. Yeah, that's why we consider both goals. So the liberos are quite high. There, the libero. Bellanova try. Or free roll with forward runs. Yeah, another one also could be the free roll. The AM position, right? But he wants a striker position. What? Striker position, there's no free roll. It was only in the AM tier. Okay, so far not so good. Okay, let's go to... No, I don't want to jack mentality up too much. Central attacking midfielder, but reduce his run forwards. The channel midfielder is central attacking midfielder. Oh, this guy is injured already. Pre-season friendly is already walking off. They see this happening here. This is not what I want to see. But what they're doing is correct, which is funneling them to the flanks. Okay. Let's see what happens here. I know I'll have to go wide centre back. I like liberos. The advanced centre back. This guy is pressing. Okay. Stopping centre back is fine. Yep, stopping centre back is fine. Then wow, okay, he's covering the centre. I guess that's what I asked him to do. Okay, so let's go out of position. Changes to wide centre back. Stopping wide centre back. Stopping wide centre back. Okay. Okay, all right. Normally, first half we were experimenting a lot, right? We're changing, tweaking. Yeah, we played a decent first game of the preseason where we had tried to make a 3-4-2-1. Or somebody is injured. Okay, let's take him off. Rim Pasalic. Is stopping wide centre back a stopper? No, he's not. He's just a higher. It's just like if you go into the game, you can see when you're out of possession where this guy is going to be. So, see, if the ball is here out of possession, he'll be the one that's going to come out here along the pressing wing back. So these two will press on the player. This guy is tracking, so he'll come out. They don't do a very good job. So you actually have to watch all this on comprehensive highlights to see whether they're doing what you want them to do. But now we're attacking. So stopping wide centre back is like a stopper. Yeah. So he is he's like the first line of defense. We need that on the flanks. We cannot have them coming inside. Yeah. Because we want to make it like the pivot, right? Yeah. So the pivot in my back four systems. But here the trick is making the same back three. Maybe wide centre back, ball playing defender, wide centre back, right? And then using the three defenders, but then using advanced wing backs to give us the width, and channel midfielders to support them. But so far, I know I've lost the first game, but hey, man, that's the whole idea here. We're gonna find out what works, what doesn't work. Because the back fours are easy to make. Back threes are not that difficult. Yeah, but you need the players for it, I guess, like the attacking wing backs. And then you have to decide how I'm going to use these players and how these players are going to defend. So the problem right now is actually the midfield to attack transition. Yeah. Right now, that's okay. So this guy isn't making many moves, many interesting movements. I gotta change his role. Not this role. This guy's role. I use him as target forward. This is wrong. So we're gonna use him as a center forward. Center forward has got. He's not gonna be like a target forward anymore. When you're playing with two DMs and you instruct them to mark tighter, they will mark whoever is in their zone tighter. So whoever comes into their zone, they will go to it because it's zonal. Yeah. So if their zones overlap, maybe you're playing with a high defensive line and you're playing with a low block and high defensive line. That means they're all going to be very squished up, right? And then you put in trigger press more often. Then both of them might react to the same player. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. See, I didn't really like. It's okay, I guess. It's just annoying. This kind of setups. I've always never liked the back fives because I always drop into that really rigid 5. No? Of course, we can make it into like a 4-4-2 defensively. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to change it too much. The other option is I go back into a back 5. Use a back 5 in attack and a back 5 in. Which is what my head is now telling me. So I'll listen to my head. Okay, so we are basically using the back 5 in defense and the back 5 in attack. Yeah, the only thing I have different is these two guys. One is going to the flanks. We're going to use them both. I can't use them both as channel midfielders. That's the problem. One is a shadow striker, so we don't use that. We'll use a free roll and one channel midfielder. But then then we might get some verticality, like coming up and moving up and rather dropping up and down. Okay, this guy is going to be a defensive midfielder. This guy is going to be a defensive midfielder. Okay, instead of playing box-to-box midfielders, because I don't want these guys to shove out wide. Okay. Problem is I don't need those guys to like go to the flanks because we already got wing backs there, right? That's why my head is telling me. Not bad. Now it's looking a lot better. No? Yeah, it's Cremonese. It's Atalanta. We're making back 5 systems because Cremonese don't have the players for a back 5 system. I'll be asking to lose every single game. We want to make back 5 tactics with a team that actually has 3 defenders that can win balls in the air. Okay. Okay, something tells me it's too congested. Yeah, I see who's gone wide. Edison, where are my wingbacks? They're in the area. Talk about trying hard, man. They are really, truly in the zone. Okay. So now what? They cannot sit narrow. Stay wider. Standard, dribble more. Put one guy, ask him to be on the flanks. These guys are just get. There's so much cramp. There's so much. There's so much. What's the word for it? There's so many players there. So I gotta ask them to give me width. Because we've got 3 already, and they were just all jumping on top of each other. Okay, yeah, that's nice. Okay, good. Defensively, is if I can win the ball there, I've got that's the prize I was looking for. Okay, because in attack, I'm not worried. Yeah, I'm not worried about the attacking transition. I'm only worried about how we look when we immediately lose the ball. That's what I'm trying to fix. Yeah, so we got this. Right, so they lose the ball. That's what I wanted to see. Right, they make it harder, so they force them to the flanks. That's where we want them to go. Because then they play to my strengths, which is I got 3 defenders. Try and cross the ball. Yeah. Okay, they get in. Boom. Yep. Nicely done. They can't go through the center. The center is just gonna be a big problem for them. Nice. Okay, now he's got width. Okay, so that was the mistake I was making earlier. Nice. In the area. Good. Okay. We're there. We're there. So this is gonna be 3421. Save was version. What is it? Version 3, right? I don't think we can load it. I don't think it allows you to load it. There won't be a 3421 version 3. Anyway, yeah. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm happy. Okay, let's go instant result. Yeah, this is how I play. Yeah. This is how I play. I just go in, boom, I see them. All you need to do is watch the transition. Did you watch Everton Sunderland? No, man. I was busy trying to, play this game. Then I realized I have to do another, like tomorrow, right? There will be another one of those streams where I holiday the first game to the end of the season. Load, let's say 3421 version 3 is showing there. Huh? Load. Yep, it's showing. All right, so we got out of possession. No, it's not showing. You're bloody useless bumhead. I guess nothing has changed, as far as the game is concerned. Yeah, it hasn't changed, Yeah, the tactic did not change. So we gotta make it ourselves now. Yeah, we can't save the tactic while we're playing. It won't work. Sorry, SI. I'm gonna call it. Buggy. So annoying. I mean, it's not fun for guys who like making tactics. If this is gonna keep happening, because if you see something right in a game, sometimes it's hard for you to remember all the changes you made. It's a good thing I have a bit of a decent memory. These guys are not going to be liberos, right? I know defensively I turned them into stopping white centre back. Then in possession I also turned them into white centre back and white centre back. We don't need overlapping centre backs. It's like a bit overrated. Okay, all right. So this guy what was this guy? I don't think it was a second. I think we're going to use him as an advanced playmaker. All right, done. Okay, let's go. Shift escape. Next match. Cancel. Save. 3421. Version 3. Hey, save it. Oh no, it's gonna save over the same one, right? It might not save over the same one. No. Don't do that. I don't think it's gonna do that. So save it, give it a new name, just in case it doesn't. Version 4. Oh, for sake. I thought I saw something, I didn't like it. Yeah, then I knew it. Very annoying. Okay. Alright. Pressing wing back. That was a pop. That was a vulgar pop to the computer. Or rather to SI. I was quite angry. I had to do it again. This is one thing I don't like. I don't like to keep doing the same Mickey Mouse shit over and over again. 3, 4, 2, 1. Final. Oh no, don't. You still got the out of possession instructions. Okay, so we're gonna go. I'm gonna do the high press. Defense line is gonna be standard. Defensive line balance, trigger press, counter press, done. Boom. Okay, team shape. We got AP, channel midfielder. DM. One's going this way. These guys are coming back. Out of possession. Stop. Press. Use screen. Okay. Yeah, you doing all the pressing. He's going to be pressing, and this guy will tackle. Mark tight. Tackle hard. Oh no, tackle hard. Not built for speed, man. Not built for speed. Out of possession. Trigger press. I always hated that. Then I gotta go back and then go back one more because some joker thought it'd be easier to set up like that. Obviously, you don't play speed. You don't. They should have given this game the UI, right, to a speed player, a player who is very fast. And then ask him to try speed run to the game and see how he reacts. Guarantee you that would have been an issue. All right, save. 3421 final. 3421 final. Okay, so this is the version we're going to create. Why does it keep saying 3421 test? Okay. I see that, no? I see that, okay? I saw that. Do you think, it flashed 3421 test. I'm going to load that tactic now. 3421 test 2, this one. Okay, it kept calling this one. Okay, so I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to this guy and delete him forever from the memory banks. Delete from the memory banks forever. Okay. Okay, all right, done. So I clear the slot. So yeah, clear. It's irreversible, I know. Okay, thank you. All right, so shift escape, next game. Okay, so next match, confirm. Now, if I'm right, this will be quite solid. Yeah, this will be quite good. Then the next one we're going to make is a 3-4-3, but the white one. Maybe in 3 hours it will change. Maybe in 3 hours it will change. Where you clean the game for me. Yeah, I have to write all my changes because I know even if I save them, it won't save. With duties no longer used, how do we make attacking roles? Example, fullbacks, forward runs, add forward runs. Yeah, Dave Allen. Yeah, you have to add forward runs. That will be the closest you can get to an attacking duty. Yeah. So if you see a role like this, right? Okay, and you go like, I want to make it into I want it to be an attacking duty. See this? It's locked in. It's an attacking duty. See what I mean? That's how you know. Okay, if you see a role and you go in and you see a role like this, right? You lock it in, says forward runs, right? Make more. This is an attacking duty. If it doesn't have it, it's not an attacking duty. That's the easiest way for me to explain it. Yeah. So that's how you tell from the game what is an attacking duty, what's a support duty, what's a defend. Defend duties have got locked in. They cannot make any more moves. That's a defend duty for you. So they know forward. I know I'm not using Gambit. I'm making another tactic. I'm making back 5 systems. Today, the challenge is make as many as I can within 2 hours. So I made my first one, but we're going to now play it in this game. Okay, the goal is we have to be able to, now it's, just now was a good preseason friendly. I actually wanted to make all of them good preseason friendlies. Okay, how do we know, right? Okay, we're going to do this really quickly. So there are 2 things I have to set up. And I haven't, the game just went straight to the thing. So we're going to go to key highlights now. Okay, stop. Okay, in between match highlights, you're going to slow it down. I'll slow this down a bit more. So I get it as slow as I can, so I'll show you what I'm going to do. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have my UI show me high XG chances. Who are the players that are getting high XG chances? That not nice. You see again, no, damn it. It's not working. It's not working. You see, the goal is this guy should... Hey, what? Not this. Okay, all right, fine. There was a white centre back who was supposed to come out and do the initial, slam dunk. He didn't do it. Because the back 4 systems do that kind of defending, but not this. They're not these systems. See, I wanted him. That's why he's a stopping centre back. You see, out of possession, right? He was supposed to be a lot more... He's stopping white centre back. Let's just try white centre back. White centre back. Oh, I know why. Out of possession. Yeah. I have to remove this. I suspect this is the one they kept. Maybe this is the one that made them stay in their position because they were told to mark tighter. So there was a player there and they didn't move from that zone. Yeah. Because they were paying attention to the mark tighter instruction. That's what I suspect. I need them to actually come out. They didn't do that. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys this. Yeah, this is the one I wanted to show you. Boom, boom. Okay, this is where I want to spare. You see that? This will tell me if our players are creating Any chances? Nothing. Zip code, nada. So the tactic is shite. As far as I'm concerned. So if after 9 minutes I don't see XGs here, it means XG in itself is the most useless thing in the world, created by data analysts who wish they could play football, okay? All right? So don't get too hung up by it. The only good thing about XG is it tells you if your players are getting into goal scoring positions. That's it. Okay, so you want to see as many big numbers as you can. It means that your tactic is working to get players into those good positions. That's about the only useful piece of information there is in XG, Other than that, it's a complete waste of, it's a waste of time. Okay, that's it. You see the advanced white centre back was very high. Yeah, you might be bugged as well. You might be right, the white stopper, because you expect the white stopper to come out like early, right? Yeah, it didn't come out early, so I'm toying with the idea that it could be marked tight. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay. Play 3 seasons of back fives and centre back are the only two that work. Okay. If you have noticed that, you might be. Because I already noticed the stopping white centre back is a pain in the ass. Yeah, it didn't work straight away. So we had to go to the I'm looking at this role wide because we need the guy to be wider. And I don't want to use the PI to do it. Have you noticed there's not many corners this year? Not sure if I don't know, man. We don't have like those numbers in the game. Yeah, it's a flawed model. Yeah. I hate XG as a model. I mean, XG chain for me is more valuable than XG itself. Because XG chain shows you how many players were involved in creating those goal scoring chances, which is actually more valuable. Okay, that didn't work, right? See, we allowed the guy in, no? I mean, the idea is to funnel play wide, but against better teams, they will get into goal-scoring positions. But again, I shouldn't be too worried about this because the dribbling numbers on FM26 are unrealistic. They're untenable. Meaning, they're like, if you play a whole season, right, you see like 20 dribbles per game. Man, in most real-life numbers, it's something like 9 or 10. So, dribbling numbers are too high in Football Manager. Okay, there we go. All right. So what we're going to do with these two guys, tackle hard. Out of possession. So these guys immediately get tackle hard. Okay, so they have to tackle. They have to bump. They have to go in and they have to do the business. All right. So they have to tackle hard. Bang. Okay, that's it. Okay. All right. That will encourage. I know that definitely works. Okay, because it's something in the game. If you want a player to tackle hard is the way to do it. Otherwise, what they do is they come close, and then if the person gives them a chance to tackle, they tackle. No, I just want you to just try and stop the guy. That's all. And then, if you want the player to stop the opposition player, tackle hard is it. If you want them to wait for the right opportunity to tackle, then don't play tackle hard. They won't do it every time. This one they're guaranteed to do it almost every time. Not bad. Okay, I can see from the 2D it's almost working. See, when we lose the ball, I want this guy to come out. Yeah, he doesn't. He stays inside. That's because we had a player tracking him. The wingback was tracking him. Yeah, so, okay. There, the wingbacks are quite high up the pitch. Have you ever used the midfield playmaker in the CM position? So what do you think of it? The midfield playmaker in the central midfielder position, I tried using it with a CM. It was a bit, the CM had to be a very defensive-minded CM. And I don't think it was a very good combination. I tried, but it was a bit, because the playmaker kept going quite high up the pitch, and I was getting exposed down that side of the pitch. But it is possible to make it work, especially try with a 4-4-2. try with a 4-4-2. It could be interesting because I have a 4-4-2 that works with a playmaker and a CM. All right, so I'm paying attention to these three only. There we see these three, right? So we want to know, see this wingback drop right into this pocket. Okay. Tactic is working, but let's just push these guys up. Okay. All right. Now what we're tracking white midfielder, he'll come back. White midfielder is a semi-defensive filler. Okay, so we go out of possession, tracking white midfielder. Okay. Supports the defense. Okay, let's do that instead. Okay. Because what I want to do is, because those wing backs are going to be attacking, right? So they are attacking. So they'll be high up the pitch. So when I lose the ball, I don't want them to come all the way back. I want them to go to midfield. You see, what they're doing right now is they're coming all the way back. See, I'm trying to avoid that. I want them to just go to midfield and then win the ball so that we can try and win the ball high up the pitch, or instead of trying to win the ball in our half. Because that's what will happen with a back five. We'll end up defending in our half. Instead, I want them to try and win the ball in midfield, right? But I was trying the mid block, it was just too deep. Yeah. See, now you see what is happening. Now it's something else. You see, the guys are now trying to do it high up the pitch, which is exactly, yes, that's what I wanted to see. See, I don't believe I'm actually cheering the 2D screen. He actually now went to win the ball here. I just saw it. I can't rewind. No way we can rewind this portion. Okay. All right. This is something close to what I want to see. So it's we have to remember, right? Change. That's exactly where he's supposed to do his job. Okay. Now these two, we change. So one of them comes out to support. Okay. So this out of possession is a screening and is a pressing. Daljit says press. Okay. All right. Daljit says press. Joey says press. Okay. Joey says press. We press. Okay. All right. So one of you has got to be higher than the other one. Box to box. Okay. Done. All right. Let's go. Now what I'm trying to do is do a stagger in midfield so that now that I can see that we're winning the ball, right, on the flanks. That was the goal. Win the ball on the flanks. Okay, because I'm telling you, right, the whole shape thing that's in the game doesn't tell you much. It tells you enough, like broad strokes, but you actually have to play the game and be staring at this like a hawk, and then you have to have this up. Okay, this is going to tell you how your chances that are being created. So you know all this XG is useless, but you look at this. Deleclatla, whatever his name is, okay, has that 1.0 actually. That was from a penalty, right? And another shot he did. And then we had this guy, Pasalic, who had a header, 0.21. And now our striker finally got one chance, which was not very good, but you know, he's there. So slowly I'm creating more chances, but I want to see like a big jump, like 0.2 to 0.4. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, all right, okay. The other option is what, no? I don't want to try the underlapping and the overlapping central defender, but the thought is, you know, slowly, you know, coming to me. So far, so good. Okay, defending, they defended it. Okay, also Suno to this guy. So we got a slight stagger now. Okay. The Rune finds, there we go, the wing back high up the pitch playing like a winger. The other guy's in the area. That's where we want him to be. That's where I want him to be. I want the other wing back in the box. My neck is still hurting from the car accident. Shit. Ow, that was painful. Oh, that was so painful. Your YouTube without a call gave me an idea to make solid back tree. Yeah, good one, man. Back trees are very good. Back trees can be very good in this game. You just have to, you know, with a back four, it's easy. With a back tree, it's a slightly... because these guys don't really move up, I think we can. Okay, so wait, what did I do? Because we cannot remember all this, no? SI, thank you very much for allowing us to save tactics on the fly. Yeah. Okay, so we got DM And then we got box-to-box midfielder. That worked because of the ability. Essentially, what happened was the stagger in the center. In front of them, we got AP and CHAM. We don't want two CHAMs, but otherwise we're just going to be too creative. Okay, white centre back and white centre back. That's the one I'm going to change later. That's why I want to take these notes down. All right, now out of possession, we are using tracking with my meter, tracking white midfield, which is correct. AM, because I want the three in front to be a bit more attacking. PDM, because these two in front of the defenders, they have to press. The white centre back, and OCB. Okay. Whatever the OCB is. Okay. All right. I don't even know what this role is. Okay. We're going to go. I never really cared about the covering centre back in the whole history of Football Manager. Okay. So we're going to try something different now. White centre back is fine. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah, white centre backs are fine. In possession, now what I want to try with this guy, overlapping. I wanted them to get higher up the pitch when we have the ball. That's all. That's it. I want them higher up the pitch. You can't save the tactics in match, yeah. You can't. It's still the same, but hey, at least it's forcing me to work on my memory issues. Yeah, I had an accident a few days ago. Yeah. Some idiot drove on the wrong side of the road and did an illegal U-turn and smashed into my car, and he did it fast. Motherfucker. And he wasn't even driving slowly. He was going quite fast. We're like, what now? And he didn't even see me because I was on his blind side naturally, right? Well, I just sideswiped me, man. I mean, my car is built like okay, so the good thing is I didn't know. Sometimes most cars, if they hit that way, the car would have flown. My car would have flown, right? But my car didn't. His car basically, his front side of his car just like okay, good. Yeah. All right, this is what we want to see, right? We want to see more and more clear-cut chances for our players. Now, okay, this is what we wanted to see. So the AP is getting to a very good goal-scoring position. I don't really give a rat's ass about this guy. This guy is usually the one that suffers in the 3-4-2-1. Okay, so we got basically, this is our OOP is actually more aggressive than our in possession. The reason is really simple. It's because this system is inherently bottom heavy, right? So when I'm attacking, we're going to be in their half. So why would I want them all to come back to my half if they're already in the opponent's half, right? That's the logic, right? So yeah, defend higher up the pitch, out of position. That's it. If we don't have the ball, this is where I want you to be. And it makes, in my head, it makes more sense. Yeah, and it's working. And the goal here has got to be this. That we have to be creating really good goal scoring. But this is only a pre-season, friend. Yeah, no need to get too excited. Probably everything is going to go to shit later. Which is probably gonna happen anyway. My wife doesn't know about the accident. Made my son swear not to tell her. As in, she knows about the accident. I mean, you can't run away from the fact the car is damaged, right? But as in, what happened to me? Yeah. She basically thinks I'm Superman. I like to let her live in that illusory world. Because we currently playing Football Manager, right? It gives us the illusion that this is actually a Football Manager simulation game. I don't want to laugh so much. Look, I like the game. It's got potential. Yeah, but, it's at the tactic side isn't that difficult. Okay, I'm telling you, it's not that difficult. Okay, guys, our back five system slowly coming together. Back five system, the 3-4-2-1. Okay, why am I picking the 3-4-2-1 first? The one with the narrow configuration. Because I think among all the back fives, this is the most optimum one. Because it's got those two AMs in the center that can put pressure on DMs. So that when they want to build out play, we got 4 in the area, you see. So, yeah, the numbers are there for us. So you see, every time I go through the middle, they've got their issues. Yeah. So there we go, this pressing, correct. And they're still pressing. Good. Okay, guy comes out because it's a pressing. Nice! Come on, get there, you useless, lazy bum head. Aye. Oguz, how are you, man? I know you don't like the whole shape tactics, but what do you recommend for FM players who want to use holder shape? Whole shape is fine. I do like whole shape. I never say I don't like it. Whole shape is great. I mean, like, if you want to play a whole shape tactic, then it's about, ideally, you want to have a team that's really good composure, first touch, passing, vision of the ball, decision making. Right, that's what you want in your team. The ability to move a team around and create goal-scoring opportunities. And if you want to play whole shape, you better have a good tall striker in the area. Because whole shape doesn't really work very well if you are trying to hit them on the transitional break, is it? Because you are trying to create goal-scoring opportunities. And a lot of them will be deep diagonal attacks. Meaning you move the team to one side and then there's a cross to the far post and somebody scores the goal. Or maybe you're lucky there's a perfect through ball and somebody gets in front and scores the goal, right? Okay, so you need to be able to create multiple goal-scoring opportunities for your team. So if you want to play a whole shape, you can, but you need the players for it. And for me, I think the 4-3-3 is very good for whole shape. Very, very good for whole shape. Because it's bottom heavy, you will beat teams in the mid block and then you will score goals with the mid block, which is like, you quick transition, boom, you can score a goal from there. And you go camping, you can move them around, yeah. And it's got wingers and you can do far post, drop-ins, diagonal attacks. So, 4-3-3 DM is very good. This is also not bad for whole shape. But the problem with this is you got to have, this also, this can work because it's bottom heavy. By the time you get up there, you can be patiently moving a team around with work ball into box and score lots of goals. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so then I mean pre-season only lah, but I'm very happy with what I'm seeing from this tactic. Yeah. Because my goal was to get the wing backs winning the ball in the opposition third, not in our half, which was a problem early in the game. We use them as wingers. It didn't really work. Tracking wingers, they just stopped running. Right. Then I changed them to tracking wide midfielders, and that's when it started working better. It's probably going to be much more easier to find players, wingbacks who can play in those positions than it is to find a wingback that can play as a winger. Okay. All right. So let's hopefully go to the notes and save the tactics straight away. All right. Okay. Expect to see you all in training. Oh, we got a shock. We got a big win and I'm kicking. I pressed the wrong button, but hey, man, such is life. Okay, so out of possession, what did we do? Oh, my notes. Okay, so I know I did this. I turned this guy into a tracking white. And I also added hard tackling to these guys. So I want them to bust legs. Okay, so we got hard tackling on them. Okay, done. So we did that. And then it's a double press. So these guys are both pressing. Then these guys were wide center backs. And this guy became a center back. And then in possession, this became a wide center back, DM and box to box. And then this guy was an AP. All right, a channel midfielder. That's it. That was the tactic that I made. All right, and then team instructions, everything was correct. Defensive line, we kept it standard, I think. I didn't change this, right? I can't remember now. We'll have to play one more game. Ha ha ha. Okay. Okay. All right, but this could be it. Yeah, this could be it. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, this is correct. Supporting runs are still the same. Our focus play down left and right. Higher tempo, no pressing trap. I mean, this standard, they'll still do the press. You can't stop it. Apparently now it's baked into our tactics already. Okay, so I'm gonna call this one BTN 3421. Done. Why does he keep doing that? Okay, save. Okay, I'm gonna see whether I can. Yeah, this is saved already, right? Okay. All right, I'm gonna go into why is this like that? Okay, all right. We're gonna do documents, sports interactive, football manager 26, tactics, 3421 final. This is the one, right? See, look at that time. There, look at it. 3421 final. I just did it. No, sorry, this is the one. Sorry, BTN 3421. Okay, I thought I was like, I was getting confused by my own tactics. Okay, we're gonna come in here, put tactics here. I'm gonna drop this in here first. Okay, so it's already here. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Okay, now shift escape next game. Remember, I only got 2 hours. How many can I make? We're already 1 hour in and I'm still on the first one. But this is it, no? This is it. I'm probably not gonna change it, no. Yeah, I think this is it. This is the one. Because if this is the shape, right, the defense shape, all my back fives I will defend the same way. Then it's just a matter of me creating new attacking ones. This is how I'll do it. Eddie Devaldi, how are you, man? Welcome to the stream. Have Meister with the white midfielders tracking, but with trigger press PI, make them engage higher and counter press, but also track back. No, trigger press PI is about. Okay, the trigger press PI might help them jump on a player when he's making a mistake. Yeah, the tackle harder will guarantee that they actually address the threat. Yeah. The tracking back is your more than just that. They won't track back because of you. Because I put in trigger press more often doesn't mean that they're gonna come back. Yeah, see, notice that. I just standard. We could, but I just want to use this instead. I don't want them running all over the place, you know what I mean? Yeah, when there's a play in their zone, I want them to focus on the wings. I don't want them to focus in the center. The center, we got these two already. Yeah. So I don't really play with trigger pass maximum in this game. I'm like happy with this. Yeah. Most of the time I'm happy with this. I'll adjust this as a team setting later if I need to. Okay, so let's go to match. Let's quick pick. Okay, done. Lukman, he's injured. How come he's in the team? Come on, quick pick. Why is he in the team? Is my ass man on some drinking something that I need to have him offer me as well? Okay, we got Pasalic she can play, yeah? Okay. What the hell's wrong with my ass man? Zappa Costa is not even in the starting lineup. Wait. Where's Zappa Costa there? Ederson is injured. Sportiello is a decent goalkeeper. If you want to sign him, right? A cheap goalkeeper, Sportiello is not bad. No. I don't do white tire. Mark Titer, we had it on. Oh, we had to take it off. If he's in the tactic, must take it off. Yeah, take out a Mark Titer. I think it's taken off already. Yeah. Now you're playing West Ham. That's good. Okay. So talk to the media. Continue. Whatever they want to say, they let them say. Okay. Boom. Kick off. All right. Come in here. All right. Is there a Mark Titer? There shouldn't be one on these guys. No, take it off. Yeah, it's still there. Out of possession. Yeah, gotta remove this. There's only good thing, the guys who are watching the stream will know it. The guys who are not watching the stream, download the tactics, gonna have issue. Mike, question, will FM26 finally be FM that allows me to play a 3-4-1-2 with kamikaze pressing? Probably not, yeah. Because it still follows the same match engine. Yeah. Because even kamikaze pressing won't really... you can't do kamikaze pressing anyway in Football Manager. Trigger press is not pressed more often. Yeah. The thing is, pressing was tweaked in a few editions ago to just react to a player making a mistake on the ball and then people jump in. Otherwise, you just get close to him, right? And if you want them to press, you have to add the tackle harder instruction. That's how it actually works. Yeah. So you want them to actually go in on a player, then tackle hard is important. And the number of people who are averse to adding tackle harder is like huge, no? Everybody thinks tackle harder means they're going to get yellow cards. I'm like, dude, seriously, that's what you wanted him to do in the first place, right? How is that not the same thing? Yeah, because most times people don't do it. Okay, I like this. So far it's okay. Wait, didn't I change something? Stay wide, right? I don't know if these guys have got stay wide on them. In possession, yeah, attacking wide, round wide with the ball. Okay, good. They have it. Okay, so far we're looking quite good. We are actually keeping. We actually are preventing West Ham from building out their play. You know, there we go again. Every time West Ham plays the ball, they're in trouble. There we go again. West Ham can't build the ball out. We keep beating them to the punch. Okay, now they get into a corner. Okay, so far we've done quite well. 15 minutes in, every time they build up play from the back, they have a problem. Okay, I know what to do. Team instructions, I better not have prevent shot goalkeeper distribution. They are correct. I don't want this in my tactic because my players are naturally positioned. I don't need them, spread out. I'm not a big fan of prevent shot goalkeeper distribution. Yeah, I'm not. I'd rather not use it. Because I find that the prevent shot goalkeeper distribution is like a mini game in itself where they position players in areas I don't want them to be in the first place. So I'm like half the time going, why are you there? Why are you here? We left the center open. So not bad. Our first game, we have had decent preseason matches. So this is going to be a good chance to test out the tactical system. Pressure. Keep them on the flanks. Yeah, good. Keep them on the flanks. Yes, good. That's what I want to see. Let them cross all day long. It's like watching 2D highlights. It's like this game has changed, though. I mean, like now it's like last time you watched 2D, right? Everybody hated 2D, right? I remember Miles saying he hates 2D, Then he wondered why does everybody watch it 2D? Then they give it this to us to watch for 90 minutes in a game. I'm like, dude, seriously. I can't get into a save. They start a few games and give it up, not feeling the love. Any save ideas? Yeah, my advice is, right, when it comes to long-term saves on Football Manager, right, don't let the staff come to you with their players. Yeah, let them come to you with the youth players. Right, you might scout a few, bring them to the club, but let them develop them for you. And you see where it goes. I mean, you get involved in the individual focus and say, I want him to be working on this side of the game or that side of the game. What the hell happened? Did somebody get injured? Why did he go to that screen? Zappa Costa will come on for Zalewski. So I would advise, you go into the game and then how I would do it would be to treat my youth team, right, and all the staff as a committee. They are the ones that develop players. I give them the broad strokes, right, and then go from there. That's how I would do it. So long-term saves could potentially be interesting. I mean, yeah, there's still a World Cup in the game. We just don't participate in it as managers. That's about it. Yeah. So you could still have an interesting long-term save, but you have to not be hung up with data as well. Don't worry about the data hub. Use simple metrics in the game. Like what I'm doing here to tell whether, I'm creating decent chances. Maybe this would tell me, okay, maybe I want to drop my tempo at work ball into box. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing now. So stuff like that, in the game could be something that might appeal to some people. Yeah, that's why I think. Patience is work ball into box. Okay, and then crossing star will go low. Okay, let's see what we can do to West Ham. All right, West Ham are beginning to exert themselves in the game. They've had 12 shots, but we've kept them wide for most periods of time. So they haven't really created anything substantial as far as I can see. They might score a goal. Have you tried the women's team? Not yet. Later. Yeah. I'm not like jumping up and down. I'm like, for me, the women's team and all that, yeah, great. Heck, great to have it in the game, okay? But for me, I'm more into like, I know the data from the men's team. I have no clue about the women's team. So I focus on the men's game and I know the data in the men's game. So I want the data to be accurate at least in one area. Once I'm comfortable with that, then I'll go to the women's team. I actually have a safe idea for the women's team. And that is probably going to be the save I start with next week, on Friday. Or maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow. It'll be a save where the men's team and the women, there are two managers, Joey and me. Okay. We're both in the game. And Joey is managing the women's team and I'm managing the men's team. So Joey has to use the same tactics I'm using. He cannot come up with his own. So if I use a 4-3-1-2, Joey will have to use a 4-3-1-2. We want to see how our teams, how do we manage, what is it going to be like, tactically, is it going to be different? Will the goals be exactly the kind of same? I want to see. Yeah, because once you use the same tactic, it'll be interesting to see whether we can compare, right? That's what I want to do. Creating a long-term save, is it enough to have all the leagues unplayable? Yep. Yeah. You have to also go around and add the detail level. You see, Waxer Magic Saw. The thing about this game is the realism comes from the simulation of the leagues in the background, and that comes from the leagues being playable and the detail level being high enough. Now, why is the detail level important? Because eventually you might want to watch the games as yourself, right? So if you're going to go and watch the games or scout the games and try to get data from the games, then you need them to be unplayable. Yeah. Or rather, detail level has to be high. What a ball to... Oh my goodness, he missed again. Hey, not bad. Defensively robust. Even against West Ham, they couldn't really do much. I mean, they did get a lot of chances, but we did okay. We did okay. I don't mind this tactic at all. This tactic is working, baby. So the 3-4-2-1 actually has got something there. All right, going back to the tactic, we have to change one thing, which is the did I call this BTN 3-4-2-1 final? Okay, maybe I didn't. Okay, all right, I'm not sure. Okay, so we're gonna come in here. This guy's got tackle harder, out of possession. Yep, okay. These guys are we're gonna remove their tight marking. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's it. And that's it, baby. We're done with the first tactic. Okay. All right. So save. BTN 3-4-2-1 final. Save. You see what? Pay attention to the name field. Yeah, 3-4-2-1 final. I don't know why it does that. Yeah. No idea why. Okay, so these are out of possession. We're going to use the same out of possession for all the other tactics. Okay. Yeah. So now we've got this. Now we're going to in possession. The guys are going to be here now. These guys are going to be channel forwards. And now he is going to be dribbling direction inside. Let's see how this does. Dribbling direction. Run wide, no. Stay wider, no. Come in narrow. Come inside. And this guy, stay narrower. Cut inside. Okay, done. Okay, now we got this guy is a channel forward. This guy should be a channel forward. This is a center forward. Okay. All right, channel forward. This guy is coming up, so we're using him. Toy. Box to box. Okay, go. In possession, very aggressive. How's white centre back? Okay. Yeah, not too bad. No. Yeah. Stop. Centre back is it? Turn on the mic, you're muted. Sorry, I'm muted. Thank you for letting me know. What was I saying? I was muted. Yeah, I was coughing. Sorry. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, guys. The white centre back, not doing too badly. Eddie Devalivis, my first save will be one to test the AI. I do that all the time. My first save is always to test the AI. Yeah. We all test the AI in our way. Yeah. I do recommend people. I'm going to test the AI, but I think I'm going to focus on things like the data side of the game. Okay, so we're running out of players. I broke everybody's leg in preseason, apparently. Okay. Yeah, everybody's legs are getting hammered by me. Yeah, okay, let's go. Let's see how this. Okay, so we got this 3-4-2-1. Out of possession is going to be like this. Okay, in possession is going to be like this. Build up play. Maybe, I know this. Yeah, these are box to box. Let's see how it. Let's see how it does, lah. Okay, all right. After I coughed, I turned out the mic. Yeah, I know. I tend to do that, lah. I got asthma, so sometimes I worry that my cough turns into some kind of a painful thing, right? Okay, this is all pre-season, so hopefully we get a decent match, and then we can go into pre-season later. First couple of games, still have to use the same tactics. Yeah, I haven't given this tactic a name yet now, but it should stay. Whatever. Okay, come on. Can we speed it up? Okay. We don't got much time, no. I got 2 hours only. Okay. The idea is the the pressing midfielders. They came back. This is what one of you asked for just now, right? The crazy press tactic. Can you do strikeless? I want to see if the AI is stupid. I did strikeless already. Yeah, it's not stupid. Strikeless also works. Yeah, strikeless is not bad, right? Strikeless defensive is one of the best I found so far. Yeah. Okay, change. We're gonna go in here. Team instructions. I just saw something. What we're gonna do is we're going to work ball into box. Boom here. Crossing style below, and then we're gonna do this patience work ball into box. Why do I say that? Those three in front, they're not gonna hold up the ball for the rest of the team to come up. The tempo, I'm gonna drop it slightly as well for this tactic. So tempo has to go down, work ball into box has to be added. And low cross. Okay. Tempo, work ball into box, and low cross. That's it. Defensive line can be fine. Defensive line is how high the back line, the wing backs are going to be when you have the ball. That's all you have to That's all we have to worry about. Yeah. There we go. Boom, shakalaka. Nice. The pressure is high. Okay, Sapo Costa. Okay, all right. Enough. Seen enough. Okay, so we instant resolve this. I am happy. Yeah, we don't have to change this. Yeah. Well, why should I play this game? It's a funky little preseason match. Atalanta 4-2. Okay. All right. Looking at this tactic again. What did I want to do? Right. So team shape. Team instruction. We'll probably use this as a first tactic because we haven't really played it, right? So work ball into box, crossing will be low, and then defensive line is line of engagement is high press, and then defensive line will stand. I'm going to push it slightly high. I want the wing backs to be high up the pitch. Okay, all right, there we go. Okie dokie. Now this is going to be safe. Not 3-4-2-1. Final is going to be called a new name. What are we going to call this? 3-4-3 Crazy Horse. Okay, all right. 3-4-3 Crazy Horse. BTN 3-4-3 Crazy Horse. Crazy Horses. Alright, this is the Crazy Horse system. Shift, escape, go on holiday, next match. Okay. 3-4-1-2 is going to be next, huh? And then the next one is going to be the 3-4-3 strikeless. The 3-4-3 strikeless. Have you tried advanced centre backs in this system? I have tried. I tried earlier just now. We were playing advanced centre backs. I canned the idea. Yeah, wasn't very good. Because I kept losing. I kept having issues defensively. Back fives are fun. Yeah, back fives can be very, very good. But you either There are so many ways to play back fives, right? So it's up to you to find your defensive shape. So it's got. They're not. I mean, you guys are all gonna have fun. I'm telling you. I'm very certain you guys are gonna have fun with this game. Okay, so got channel, center forward. So basically, these guys are just up here waiting for the ball to come to them. Okay, yeah, they're up there waiting for. So team instructions, I think tempo should. I know I wanted to reduce tempo, but now come to think of it, tempo higher is probably the right setting. Okay, let's not reduce the tempo too much. Okay, so this is all out crazy horses. Wingbacks running up, everyone running up. The AI is not too sharp for this. I think most of you will find out. I think SI will release a patch. I expect SI to release a patch soon. I think it's our first league game of the season. So let's make sure that we play this properly. No instant result, okay? First league game of the season, alright? Okay. And we came in with our most aggressive setup. Roma are playing this and this. Okay? We are playing this and this. Hold on. The Lacat, whatever his name is, and then they were out of possession. They'll drop into these positions. I didn't get new players. I just went and stuck them in there, Then they're like Cat, whatever his name is quite good at getting into the final third. Okay, let's see if this works. If it doesn't work, then yeah, quick change needed. Oh, sheesh. They're in, man. Costa Simikas. Good defending here. Lukman, come on. You got to break on, man. Nice. That was nice, man. Okay. Skamaka, Belanova. Ooh la la. No, wingbacks can cut inside. I've been able to do that for a long time. Yeah, even in Football Manager 24, they could cut inside. Yeah. Wingbacks have always been able to do that. It's just that they haven't been doing it. Yeah. I'm probably the only guy that was doing it, streaming about it. And I was like waiting, how come nobody else wants to play with false fullbacks, false wingbacks? They're so cool. Oh, yay. We almost got the lead, man. This is not bad, no. We're putting a lot of pressure on them. This is putting so much pressure on them. Look at that back line. Mancini, Cristiante, and Dick okay, right? They go we want it to go to the flanks. That's exactly where I want it to go. Come on. Do you have this issue? So do your first tactic put left winger, striker, put your second in second tactic and they put in the right positions. You go back to the first and mess up. Yeah, the tactical creators messed up. Yeah, it's got bugs. Actually, you try saving the tactic while you're playing. Oh, I mean, 1 goal down. We had a really good scoring position just now, but then failed to score, and they went and got inside. We got the equalizer. Didn't take long. What a moment, man. They scored from impossible angle. We scored from impossible angle. It seems to be quite fair in this game. Yeah, you put your left winger as left wing, striker as striker. You do your second tackle in the right position. Go back to first and mess up position. Suddenly left back is up front. Obviously, good Mahines. Now there's 2 tactics for men, with ball and without. I think it's for me, I now only work with 1 tactic. Yeah, I don't work with multiple tactics. I have multiple tactics in other saves, but I'm very, very focused on the tactic itself not being too different from each other. Yeah. Okay, we got 1-1. This is not too bad. The start was quite good. Oh, this is nice. In. Oh man, I thought we scored another. I love my short corner routines. They're from FM24. Yeah. I just imported all my short corner routines from FM24. Yeah, I've always been a fan of short corners. I don't like near posts because near posts are near posts. Yeah. And in this match engine, right, short corners are more valuable because of the dribbling. Yeah. So as long as SI don't face dribbling, right, you should play short corner routines. Don't play near posts. Short corners are going to be the way you're going to score all your goals, especially in network play. Okay, there we go. Martin de Roon. Okay, Roma under pressure. This is nice, this tactic. I like this tactic. This is all in, man. They scored one goal. That's true, right? We have been putting quite a fair bit of pressure there. We go, boom. Okay, defensively. I mean, I wanted to shout at my team. I couldn't shout at my team. I was looking for the shout. Damn it. They scored from a corner now, your piece of toad breath. Near post, I didn't even set up my corners properly. I didn't defend. I haven't gone in to check my corner routines. Yeah, this Muppet can't even stand up. He tried to hit. So Kone went and jumped there. Roma scored from a corner and a stupid goal. Yeah, but I like the tactic. It's doing quite well. Tactic, we're gonna go. I have work ball into box? I think I do with low crosses, right? Pass into space, work ball, encourage. Standard width, narrower. Okay, keep ball in play, center backs. I'm gonna leave it. Yeah. Out of possession, we come into this. Yeah, defend like that. We can't go to the center. The tracking, the wide center backs will be fine. On the side, yeah, basically it's gonna be like that. Like I tell you, this game, right? It's not like this is gonna tell you a lot. That's how I feel. Okay. So this is that. This is correct. When we're attacking, I want to see this. I want to see this. Yeah, this one I want to see. So we got it working with the rolls. They scored from a freaking corner and a almost impossible angle goal. Let's see if we can get one back. Roma don't deserve to win this game. It's one good to know. The game can still FM you. All right, let's see if we anybody we can take off. Not like I know who I can take off. I don't know this team from Jack. Who's Gueri? Oh God. You know what the terrible thing about this game is, right? If you have no clue who these players are, welcome to my life. I don't know what their attributes. See, SI could have just given us like a mouse over here, icon here, so we can tell who these players are. I have no clue who these players are. Like I'm just randomly putting some player there, hoping that he can score goals or he can tackle. Really, honestly. Yeah, and the game is making me go yo-yo, making me see things, man. I'm seeing things right now, like these things dropping from the sky. Man, they didn't create much from Roma. Look at the chances they created. Nothing. It's okay. It's all right. I'm pissed, but it's all right. We'll do it. Okay, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? Come. Where are you going to go? Got to go down the flanks, is it? Go to Cristiante. Yeah. Lihin. Heine. You're the reason why we... Damn it, Heine. Heine is an idiot. Heine is an idiot. No, this guy should have covered. Yeah. But this is a good goal. This is a very good goal. Very quick transition. I'm happy to see. If I consider that goal, then it's not match engine. It's just they scored. They deserve that goal. That was a good goal. So we created this one to be very, very attacking, right? Okay, we got 81 minutes. Maybe now is a good time to find out whether we can load the other tactic. 3-4-2-1 final. Okay. Huh? I'm sorry, you can't have that other tactic, Daljit. You're not allowed to have more than one tactic. This is just like playing what is it? What's that game called? Those kind of console games. You only allow one tactic. Go. Nah, it's offside. I'm positively certain that eventually, right, we'll score all those kind of goals. We'll score many goals like that. That move that I just saw, it'll be a staple of this tactic. We lost this game 3-1, but everything suggests that this tactic has a lot of potential. Yeah. If I get to know my team. Okay, I'm not unhappy. I lost the game, fine. I'm pissed, of course. No, tactical familiarity is overrated. It's always been overrated, and it will always be overrated. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that I like to say that because I think too much of myself. I really do. Okay, I'm full of it. No, I tell you, I'm the most egotistical fellow in the world. Thinking, tactical familiarity is not good enough. Actually, it does play a part. Yeah, about 4 or 5 games in a season. Your team might struggle. You might see them struggling to create chances, which is one of the reasons why you shouldn't avoid match preparation. You notice I didn't even bother with match preparation. You want that. You want to get your team to spend time on match preparation before the games. Yeah, so that I would definitely advise you to do. Like focus on if it's an away game, you're playing against a really good team, then maybe you want to focus on the low block because you'll be spending a lot of time defending, right? So in possession, let's go, baby. No, in possession. Why can't I come in possession? Okay, thank you. All right, we want you to be second striker. We want you to be AP. Okay, why don't I put you AP and you second striker and you second striker? Okay, all right. Okay, strikeless. Yeah, baby. Let's go strikeless. Okay. Then when we don't have the ball, we want you to do this. Okay. This is a crazy horse. These are the crazy horses. Okay. The crazy horses now, out of possession, we want them to be strikeless. Okay. Central outlet. And in possession, we want them all to be here and strikeless. Okay. So we're going to try both of these. So second striker, shadow striker. Shadow striker. Okay, all of them have the out of possession trigger press mark tight. Out of possession trigger press mark tight. Tackle harder. No. Go. Why SI? Why must it be all the way on the left? Why you're so lazy? Is it you couldn't put the bar in the middle, is it? Well, you just wanted us to click 3 times because somebody at work decided we need to give this game a bit of a. People need to exercise their mouses more. They paid a lot of money for their mice, so you make them click the button. Hold the ball for middle center forward, maybe. Yeah, haven't done that yet. Got to go inside there. Tactic here. That's a good idea, no? Hold up the ball, this guy. Hold up the ball. This guy can do hold up ball. Yeah, hold up. Yes, play it back to goal. And then freedom of movement, asking to go, roam from position. Dribbling frequency, no. Don't want him to dribble. Dribble less. Okay, hold up the ball, crossing inside, passing standard. He is going to be mixed. So this will work. Shooting, definitely not. Don't shoot. Son, don't even think about it. Everybody wants to dribble. This guy, okay, they all run like crazy. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, toot, had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, toot, you would ask him to dribble more. Then one horny Christmas Eve, Rudolph came to town. Sorry, I can't help myself. Okay, let's go. Okay, now we're going strikeless, baby. Okay, we're going to go strikeless. Okay, now strikeless means, boom, this one goes very attacking mentality. Team instructions, tempo very high. Creative freedom, balance time, wasting counter. Okay, let's go. Second game on the street. Next back 5, we're making strikeless. We're not even bothering with anything else. We got mental. I may not play the beta yet. Is Saudi a manageable league? From what I can tell, I don't know. Yeah, we can find out. Just have to. I can do it. I can find out for you right now. Wow. Okay, is that okay? So all you gotta do is come into the game, go to detail level. No, add remove league. Saudi Arabia, are you here? No. Add league. Okay, let's go. Asia. No, United Arab Emirates, not Saudi Arabia. Yeah, only UAE. Apparently, only the UAE league was good enough to enter. Don't ask me why. India also, they went men's, cannot even get the IPL. No, they have to go Indian Super League only. Terrible fellas. Okay. China, they had some CSC. I didn't know there were French people in China called Siebong. Australia, we got Isuzu, yeah, we know. India, Indonesia, men's BRL. Malaysia is what? Liga, correct. Singapore, South Korea. Yeah, these are leagues I have. Yeah, but there's no other leagues. Asia don't have. You don't have a Saudi. Saudi is not there. Sorry. No, there was no rumor about Saudi. There was wishful thinking for a lot of people. They were hoping Saudi would be there, but it wasn't there. Okay. Respawn, auto. Okay, let's go on next. Okay. What about... How you find it? The beta is okay if you find your niche. It's not that bad. It's okay. All right. Okay. Look, I am a hardcore player, like extremely hardcore, right? So I look at data a lot, So I've got to come to terms with the fact that I cannot rely on any data in this game. Okay, because as far as I'm concerned, the data seems to be really wonky. Everybody's defensive lines are super deep, that kind of thing. Dribbling is like everybody suddenly became Leo Messi in this game. Everyone can dribble like Leo, that kind of thing. So to me, it's like okay. They will fix it with patches, that's for sure. The first beta of every single football manager has always been crazy easy. Okay, it's always been crazy easy. Very few of them have actually been difficult. The UI, I like the UI, but I absolutely detest the UX. UX is user experience. So for me, I think the game is okay if you can find your niche. That means if you find something and you enjoy it, then you'll really enjoy it. Yeah. So okay, now we're gonna go crazy horse, baby. Let's go, baby. This is completely strikerless, right? So we don't know. I don't know who these players are. Maldini, are you any good? Natural fitness 8. If you got aggression, cannot. Okay, these guys better have aggression. Shadow strikerless tactic, you want all of them to go around breaking legs. If they cannot break legs, don't play them. No wonder you play so badly. You not only cannot break legs, you run away from a fight. I don't like cowards in my team. Can you please not be playing for me anymore? Thank you. You break legs. Thank you. Go and break. Like that. The only goal you scored was a penalty. Other than that, you ran away. This guy is not bad now. Okay, so you break legs. Get out. Christoph, what are you? You are not even in the team. Why cannot? What happened? Why are you so special? They got information for everybody that come to this guy, right? And Christoph, you cannot know about his attributes. Why? They don't have an I in front of his name. Why? Because it's not EU, is it? Because it's not EU, right? Sorry, you're not allowed to know anything about him. He's a mystery. You have to keep it that way. Okay? The more you know about him, the worse it's going to be for you. So please do not, you don't want to know anything about that guy. Man, that was hilarious, bro. Remove a position. Okay. All right, let's go to match. Can't we edit this view to add something? Add what? What do you want to add? You can't edit all these reviews. He's just shy, huh? I think so too. Things ran out there. I don't want to know. People better not find out what underwear I'm wearing today. Okay, let's go. The teams are warming up. Please wait in black. Can't even show the stadium. No, teams are warming up. Please don't watch it. We already got one play. We don't need the attributes. We don't want to see what the stadium or locker room looks like. Okay, let's go. Serie A. Okay, this is it, baby. Strikerless. We already made 3 tactics. So that was quick. So in 2 hours, I made 3 tactics. Okay, 3 tactics that look decent. We lost 1 game, definitely, but this is going to be strikerless. Okay, that's going to have definitely going to pass into space. My only other concern is right now, I'm thinking these guys become playmaking wingbacks instead. Okay, whether they will do it or not, we'll see. But what I want is that attribute, the pass from them. They might not always go to the middle in front of the 3 defenders. Boom, Shakalaka, Hein, Rune, Smartage, Pasalic looking. What a ball to Belanova! What a goal! What a goal! Oh my God! Did you see that lightning goal? I make the change. He responds. Boom! Comes in. Scores. The wing back. Was that offside? No, it's not, baby. The Belanova from the flanks. Now that was before, after the wingback playmaking. I suspect it's after. Boom. Okay, we can actually see what they look like here, right? So you can come into comprehensive. In case you're wondering where those playmaking wingbacks are going, I'll show you. Okay, that way. Okay, you can't. There we go. Boom. There they are. Because the double DMs are here, right? There we go. Playmaking. When we lose the ball, they're here. Okay. Now when we win the ball back, okay, boom. See there? So my playmaking wingbacks are these guys, 47 and 16, right? So look at where 47 is. He's here. and 16 is here. When what are here, they're still here. But now they have the PIs, or rather the instructions of their playmaking. We always play risky passes, right? Oh, come on. Lovely. It works. Strikeless is very, very nice. And the playmaking wingbacks are fantastic. Look at where they're sitting, babe. The whole line running inside. Nice. Boom shakalaka, number 2. What a second goal. Holy cow, this is ripping the team asunder. This is a nice response to the Roma defeat. Atalanta are showing what they can do, man. Yo, yeah. Okay, nice. And they go wide, and they got pressure on the side. Top, boom, second. Pasalic holding up the ball. Samadic, whatever your mind is, Belanova looking for options. He's a playmaking wingback after all, so he's going to try and play that pass. Which is actually probably one of the most dangerous areas to try it. But if you have the players for it, why not? Right? We already scored 2 goals. Okay, so we don't have to watch it on comprehensive, right? Yeah, we've seen enough, right? So, okay, boom, go back to key highlights. We saw why I went to comprehensive was very simple. I needed to show you guys the positions of the playmaking wingback. If we have, there are only 2 DMs there. Because we don't have an ACB moving in, those playmaking wingbacks, double DMs, playmaking wingbacks don't come in, right? Yeah. They will give us width. Edison is number 3, baby. It's 3. Belanova running rampant, looking out for the player, and then he chips it beautifully to Edison, who first times of volley past the hapless Suzuki. As Parma now are 3 goals down. Pasalic with the hold up ball and the 2 shadow strikers running off him doing quite well. And then got Belanova, and these 2 guys are going to come up as well. Okay. So we're going to save. I'm going to save this tactic and I put in the folder. So now you got 3 tactics in there. This is the back 3 systems. The strikeless are very strong. Even the 4-2-4 strikeless is very strong. 4-2-4-0 strikeless. Yeah, forced to try from range. Okay, keeper gives it a Heine. Playmaking wingback on the ball. Gives it back to Heine. Heine looks for options. Yeah. No problems. Yeah. Let's look at the XG. Yeah. So far, the XG is 0.4 for Belanova and then 0.1, 0.5 for Pasalic. The guy who's holding up the ball has had the best chances in the game so far. He's getting to a lot of goal-scoring positions. Pasalic is playing in the center. He is getting into goal-scoring positions, which is quite interesting considering the fact that he's the one holding up the ball. Lukman. Back to Samatic. Back to Lukman. No, this does not look good. How do we recreate the Trequartista? Why? Don't need to. Trequartista doesn't tackle. Why would you want it in a role? The best one is the best role. I tell you, a Trequartista is useless in a strikeless system. That's my opinion. It does not work in strikeless. The best role in a strikeless is to play one role. The guy in the center hold up ball and just play 2 guys looking to get into the area. That's it. Shadow strikers. Yeah, those are the best. You want them to be as aggressive as possible because their starting positions are already deep. If you play a Trequartista, he's going to be even deeper. Why would you want that? Yeah. Because you already have these players. You want that guy to be higher up so that he can link up and give the ball to these players coming to him. Trequartista is not a decoy. Don't overcomplicate this game. People overcomplicate the game. I want to put a Trequartista with a decoy, put people to one side, whatever for. He's already decoying, he's already pulling players to him, and he's linking play up. So if your Trequartista is too far away from the action, then what's the point, right? So he is now just, he's got players all coming off him. No? This guy, he's got players everywhere. He's holding up the ball. He can give it to this guy. 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 So he's in a perfect position. So don't. Trequartista was the most overrated role. Everybody tried because he got such a nice name. I'm not. Yeah, you can try lah, but if you wanted to go Trequartista, it's an F9. Yeah, that's the only one. Yeah, because that's the only one that will drop deep and right into. Then you have to move into channels. Guys, Parma in trouble. Now when even the defenders start scoring goals. When defenders start scoring goals, it's over. Yeah, to me, it's quite hilarious that the launch is we are going to give you we're going to remove the beta on the left and we're going to remove the remote bug on the right. Right. I mean, okay, you should just, but I guess the thing is, right, to be fair, right, to SI, I would have done the same thing. Because you don't want the game day to be a patch game. Because then there might be bugs and might be unplayable for many. So maybe for a lot of people, for the people who at the moment, right, the game is unplayable, it's not because of the game. Chances are for most people, if your game is laggy, right, if the game lags and it crashes too much, then you gotta ask why. For example, the game doesn't lag for me. And I don't crash. Why doesn't it lag for other people? And why doesn't crash? You gotta take it back, no, and look at your own rig, because it could be your rig. I have, like, for example, I don't have a single outdated driver in my machine, not one. Even my network drivers, my network devices, the drivers are updated. Even my Bluetooth devices are updated drivers. Every driver in my machine is updated. Right? So my question to you would be, is your Windows updated? Is it running I don't have is Windows 2H. That one I don't have, because I know you gotta use common sense as well. The game was in development for a long time. It wasn't optimized for Windows 2H. It was optimized for Windows 1H. Right? So I'm definitely not going to 2H. No way, man. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. So I left it alone. I'm not optimizing that. I'm not going in that direction. So, yeah. So I think a lot of slow hangs and all that. It's got to do with people's rigs. See, yours laggy in full screen, but fine in window mode. See what I mean? Yeah, it is definitely going to be an issue for some people. Mine is not laggy at all. It's silky smooth, man. The only thing is I want it. Do you know what I want? If SI give me what I want, I guarantee you a lot of people are going to struggle with the game, because I want 120 FPS. But that will mean that for the majority of people who play the game, they might have an issue with their machines as well. So yeah, we gotta we gotta see it. Okay, wait, out of possession, in possession. We now got this new name. So what are we gonna give it? BTN Crazy Strike. No, we're gonna call this BTN Titans Rush. The Titans Rush. 343 strikers. The Titans Rush. I like that, man. I like the name. The Titans Rush. This is exactly the same, almost the same 343 from FM24. Okay, so we're going to put this into the folder. Yeah, we made 3 tactics, right? So, wait, let me go. Sorry, downloads. Not downloads. I mean, what am I saying? I'm an idiot. I've been practicing the whole day. FM26 power tactics. We got Como Gambit. Put this one. We didn't put all them in. Documents. Sports Interactive. Football Manager 26. Tactics. We go by time. Okay. Titans Rush and the Crazy Horses. Tactics. We're gonna put Titans Rush and the Crazy Horses inside here. Okay. I'm just gonna make sure all these tactics are also. Apparently, I had a, I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm stupid, but I actually have 2 folders here that say public. So I better put them in both. What? Byte BTN? No. Yeah. No. Override all older files. Rename. Okay, done. Override all older files. Done. BTN's Titan Rush, BTN 3421, BTN 343. We created an engine breaking 343. I'm telling you, that's going to break the match engine. This is going to smash it to smithereens. Okay, boom. So our out of possession as is tracking with midfielders. You got to do this with a back five, right? So this is really efficient because it means that we're putting a lot of pressure on the opposition. Okay, in possession, we'll be like this. This is the BTN Titans Rush. You got a GTX 1660 Super with 6 speed, never had a crash. You're lucky, you know, Daniel. You're damn lucky. 6 GB, you know. That's not even enough, man. I'm using 10. You're 16 GB. Correct. Yeah, so yeah, 6 GB is right. No, I just cuts it. Yeah. So I'm surprised. If it's 6, you are one of those lucky ones that is silky smooth. Because yes, like all the way through, every version I had was AM. Shadow Cycle, how come the 3 Shadow Cycles this time? No, because one is holding up ball. One is not holding up ball. And he can still score goals. Because I'm using hold up ball. It's a shadow. I don't want to play a AM. Because if I play AM, right, his positions will be slower. And I also want him to get into the box to score goals. So he's like a shadow striker who holds up the ball and rolls on position. So look at this. How cool is this? It'll be very attacking anyway, because we want him to be attacking. Because you remember, right, it's strikerless, no? And they tend to, we want their starting position to be aggressive. I want that to be aggressive. Yeah. I don't want AMA. I know AMA, Shadow Cycle, AMA, right? I got Shadow Cycle. Except the one in the middle is holding up the ball. Yeah. It worked just now. This guy was absolutely on fire. Pasalic had a phenomenal game. And we're going to go into what should be our last game. Okay, Shivex. Got 2 hours, right? We did it, no? 10:49. Boom! 10:40. We started at 45. We did it in 2 hours. 2 hours, 3 tactics. 3 tactics in 2 hours, man. So these are the 3 tactics we made. Oh my God, that was one of the craziest things I've ever done. Okay, so wait. This is 3-4-2-1 final. I don't know what. This is not. This is different. This is a different tactic. We use this, right? Then this one is a different tactic. Okay, load. And then the other one we did was BTN last save. 3-4-2-1 final, load. Yeah, we did this one, 3-4-2-1, out of possession. Out of possession is this. Cannot be lah. Shit, supposed to be this, idiot. Tracking white. I don't know why the game doesn't want to save the tactics properly. It's very annoying, you know. It should be this. It doesn't want to save them. I keep making them and it keeps giving me something different. Yeah, so this is the one we created earlier. So in possession, it'll be like this. Out of possession, it's going to be like this, right? So the same out of possession for all 3. Then this one, I think the next one, the BTN 3-4-2-1. I don't know what's going on already. You know? Don't look at me. Yeah, there we go. This is a 3-4-2-1. This is a 3-4-2-1 final. This is a 3-4. So this is a BTN 3-4-2-1, not this one. Yeah, this is the one that I uploaded, right? BTN 3-4-2-1. Then load Crazy Horses. Where are you, man? How come Crazy Horses doesn't show itself? Got Strikeless. Where's BTN Crazy Horses? Huh? Where's the Crazy Horses? The Crazy Horses aren't here. There you go. BTN Crazy Horses. There are Crazy Horses. Then we got these 3 tactics. The Titans Rush is strikeless. Then we got the Crazy Horses. In fact, you could probably end up playing these 2 tactics hand in hand. Yeah. The only difference is both of them out of possession is like this. Yep. You look at that. All of them out of possession the same. Tracking white midfielders. So I find that for back five systems, right, you take the wing backs and make them tracking white midfielders. And then you can play very high up the pitch. It's very, very strong. Very strong. You play them as, you don't play wing backs. You play them as tracking white midfielders. In possession, you can put them at the back. But then ask them to be advanced wing backs. Then you build play up if you want. If you're comfortable putting them here, yeah, you could. But then if you lose the ball, you overexpose yourself. At least this way they can tick tock, and bring the ball up. Yeah, so we got all the three. BTN 3421. I make sure that it's BTN 3421. Okay, inside the folder, right? Dropbox. Yeah, it's BTN 3421, Crazy Horses, and the Titans Rush. I like the Titans Rush. The Titans Rush is nice. I like the Titans Rush because it's the same in FM24 during the beta. I made a similar one. I made a similar tactic and it did really well in the beta. So I'm not surprised that the 343 Strikeless is also strong in FM26 because it was strong in FM24. And now with the whole dribble more, it's definitely gonna be a thing, I suspect. Yeah, it's gonna be a thing, guys. Alright, as you know, I need to go to sleep to pick up the kids. To wake the kids up, make breakfast for them, shower them, get them ready for school, and all that stuff. And that's not too long more to go. Which means that tomorrow when the game actually comes out, right? If I stream, it's before the update. It's not going to be after the update, which is kind of silly. Yeah, because I might make the tactic, and then after that, if the update comes out, I might be tempted to carry on playing. Oh, that's a problem. Yeah, then I'll be in trouble when I have to send the kids to school. I'll be in trouble. I'll be in in so much trouble. I have a 913 Gen 32 gig RAM RTX 4070, and I get a lot of crashes. Okay, wow, you shouldn't be, RTX 48 GB. How do you have 8 GB RTX 4070? Yeah, you should not have a problem, man. Wait, how is there 8 GB in that? Oh, have you updated your NVIDIA card? Oh, okay. Another thing, right? All your NVIDIA card users, when you update your NVIDIA card, do you delete the previous card? I mean, because like when you install drivers, right? Do you do a clean install or do you overwrite the drivers? If you overwrite the drivers, you're always asking for trouble. You should always do a clean install. Always do a clean install. Because every time you overwrite your drivers, right, you're leaving all the legacy files behind in the system. You should always do a clean install. You have the option, man. When you go to your NVIDIA app, right? If you go to your NVIDIA app, they'll ask you, how you want to install, and the first option is always the quick installation, right? Never pick the quick installation. Always do a quick clean install. Switch to kick streaming. Millions coming in. Hire Butler. Keep playing Football Manager. I wish I could. Yeah, but I can't hire a Butler. Yeah, butlers don't live for me. Always clean, right? Okay, if you're doing always clean, I wonder why. Could it be... Yeah, man. If you are struggling, if your machine has got a lot of crashes, you have to send in your... Say it out loudly. If I were you, I would send in your details. Because you shouldn't be crashing. Yeah. I'm not... you shouldn't be crashing a lot. There's something with your rig that could be off. Use DDU. Wow, use the nuclear option, man, Aaron. Respect. That I respect, no, Aaron. Until today, right, I don't do that, no. I'm damn scared, no. I tell you, I've been waiting for the day to do the nuke. Yeah. There was one day I almost had to do the nuke. I think it was a few weeks ago when I was asking serious questions about my graphics card. And I was going, oh no, I think I have to do the nuke option, which is what you do all the time. Use DDU to remove all drivers. it's not that dramatic, right? But I always tell myself that's the nuclear option. That's the best. That is the best way to remove all drivers. You do a nuke. You nuke the whole system one time. Every trace is gone and then you got one. That's champion way of doing it. That's the best way of doing it. But not a lot of people dare do it. But most people don't realize that your machine can still run without a video card. That's the thing. Most people don't seem to know that. Does it include World Cup 2026? What? This game? Of course it won't. It won't. But they will probably have a World Cup 2026 as in content update before the World Cup. It's probably January. Yeah. It won't happen now. It will. I suspect SI will do that. Because SI have to make sure the game is playable. And you have to remember, SI are not the controllers of their own destiny. Sega are. So Sega probably... I have a theory, okay? They didn't want to do this. They didn't want to go to console, but they got to sell it. They got to sell it. They got to make sure, they got to sound like they're selling it, right? Because their overlords probably went to them and said, listen, we've given you 10 years. When is the console version of this game coming out? And when is it we're gonna make me all the money? Because, we know the game has a lot of potential. And they probably were waiting to do it. And they were probably talking about doing it from 2022. And they thought a new UI would do it, but yeah, and then they didn't realize I guess a lot of it has to do with bad planning. I have to say this. I mean, it's not like I'm not a project manager. Okay, I'm a certified international project manager. So I manage very complicated IT projects. Okay, so I know what I'm talking about when it comes to technology transfer and technology changes and change management and preparing for. Do you know once I had to move 20 companies from one software to another software solution, and it took me 1.5 years to prepare the company. 1.5 years. And the board of directors, who had no clue about technology, had absolutely no idea why it was taking so long. And I had to tell them, I said, listen, excuse me, before we even go to give you new technology, I have to make sure this idiot, okay, working in this plant, doesn't transplant all his bad habits into this new. Because he might be asking for all the, they have people doing stupid things like asking their salespeople to come into the office to fill out an email. And that was part of their business process. And they wanted it to be integrated into the new business solutions. And I was like, I'm not going to integrate something that's damn inefficient in the first place. So technology changes are all inherently complicated. Change management is huge, especially when it involves millions of lines of code. And if it's a new technology stack, which is the case with Unity. Unity is a new technology stack. You can't overnight suddenly demand that I have like 100 fellows who know Unity. That's not going to happen, man. Especially with a match engine, it's a secret. Nobody knows about your match engine. So you can't bring in Unity people and ask them to work. So you have to train your own people in-house. Which means you just took the bar from here and you put it here. Bound to be issues, right? One of the issues is scalability. All the boxes can't be scaled, which is a very basic thing you can achieve in Unity, right? Have you even seen some of the screens? Some of the screens go to blank, some go to cut, right? So it's obvious that there's some coding issues going on over here. So this is definitely down to the fact that you can't train somebody in a new technology stack in a year. Okay, they gotta be living, breathing, working on it for a long time. And then even if you hire somebody and bring him in, he might not be. Yes, I have played Football Manager before. Yes, I love the game. First day on the job interview, of course he's going to say that. And back of your mind, fuck, I better play this game, boy. Okay, I got a rough idea what the game is. I know what this game is about. See, that's the player. That could have been the guy that they hired. Chances are he might have been really good at coding, but he knows bugger all about the game. So these are the challenges that they face. And you can't possibly fix it. You can't possibly say, I'm going to get the perfect game from 24 to 25. I was expecting this from day one. The moment they said we're going Unity, I was there in London when he said it. And the moment he said it, I was sitting there going, it's not going to happen. And that was my reaction in 2024. 2024 was my reaction. I actually had that reaction is not going to work. Then 2025, I hadn't changed my mind. 2026, I still haven't changed my mind. Yeah, so I'm saying that it's a big challenge. And look, I'm amazed that they got this far, okay? I really am, no. I can tell you one thing. The moment they said they were going to go to Unity, my initial reaction was this game was going to be unplayable out of the gate. People going to crash left, right, and center. But right now, there is a playable game here. We can play the game. Yeah, okay. There's certain parts of the game that, yeah. It's all translation. Like, they didn't bring the stuff over properly. But when I ran the numbers, right, when I'm playing the game and I'm looking at the usage of the CPU, there's no legacy code, no. I can hardly see any like legacy shit that's coming across. You can tell when you're running the game and you're looking at the data and you're looking at how your machines are, your CPU cores are doing. If you see one of your cores running at about 100%, right? Okay, then you know that there's some issues with the code. But none of that there, so I'm okay lah. I have zero motivation for this game mods. Are my only hope. Yeah, I know. For some people, it's probably going to be the case. For me, I think for a lot of people, Football Manager has always been made. The user experience for the game has always been improved with mods. That's no denying that. Okay, and it's something that I wish SI had taken note of many, many times in the past. Like, those mods that people are making actually make your game better. And that's the reason why the game has got such long replayability. And I don't know. Hopefully they unlock the game. Now as you finish the scene, can you click the arrow on individual PI for a player? It's on the top right side of the pop-up box of the PI. Individual PI for the player. What? This one? Pop-up box. Tweak instruction. Can you click the arrow on individual PI? What arrow? This arrow. Revert to role second striker. Okay. Tweak instruction. So this underline is tweak instruction. Is it this one? This arrow, revert to role second striker. That means it goes back, you undoes all the changes, that's about it. And then, other than that, play instruction, this is the only one. There's no other arrow, right? This is the only arrow. Right? Top right, you say top right, is the right. Can you get the arrow? It's on the top right side of the pop-up box of the PI. Yeah, this is the one. This is the only arrow. This one just is revert to roll. That's all. I don't want to click it. It's just going to go backwards. That's about it. No? Okay, let's find out. It's going to crash, is it? No? Yeah, reverts to second striker row with all the changes. That's why I hold up ball, remember? On that guy? Is this guy? So this is one, right? So I do this. Revert to row second. There we go. Undoes all the changes. Yeah, undid all the changes I did to this row. There we go. So just now I put this, right? So then we click on this arrow. Bang. Cleans up. So it's just basically undo all your PIs. For me, it never worked. For me, it always works. Yeah. It worked. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It is time for the console to come in because honestly, I also want to play the game on a pad, man. I don't play on a mouse. I don't play mouse keyboard forever. I want to sit down on my lazy chair over there, pull the microphone over and then chill back and have a wine and play the game and chill, talk to you guys. Yeah, like an old man. Only click on the arrow is the crash. Then you have to raise that. Yeah, you have to raise that. You have to raise that as a crash. All right, guys, I've got to go. I've got to go and sleep, and then I've got to wake up in 4 hours. My daily life. Okay, so I thank everybody for coming to today's stream. You guys been sensational. Tomorrow, Football Manager 26. Well, it's going to be released without a report bug and a beta version at the bottom. So it's basically the same game. Now, if you don't want to play that, fine, by all means. Friday patch game, interesting. They'll have a change list. We don't know what's going to be patched, but I suspect data. Because a lot of us have been making a lot of noise about it, and I hope that is the fix that's coming, man. The in-game editor will come out tomorrow. The in-game editor and the pre-game editor will be out tomorrow when the game launches. Another thing, guys, if you want to refund the game and you bought it on Steam or wherever you bought it from, the moment the game goes live tomorrow, you only got 2 hours to refund the game. So if you want to refund the game, you either do it before or you do it immediately. You play the game for a short while and then That's it. I don't want to play it anymore. You got 2 hours tomorrow. Just in case. I know that some of you might be refunding the game. I mean, but I won't be. I find the game is okay. I mean, yeah. It has issues, but we just did a strikerless like that. They seem to blast everybody to smithereens, and I'm enjoying it. Okay, so you guys stay safe, take care of yourselves. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.